What is up, you guys? It's your host Galadon, back with another Lineage 2 Revolution video. Don't forget to subscribe to the brand new channel, a great resource for Lineage 2 Revolution information. And I get a lot of my information from a guy named Brabin on Twitch. So check him out on twitch.tv/Brabin123. He streams practically all day, every day, and the guy is a walking encyclopedia of information. Now, in today's video, I wanted to address specifically the arena, which is a great place to get great rewards and permanently increase your combat power through the honor ranks. Now, yes, I did just hit #1 on my server earlier today, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but this video is meant to help anybody and everybody in the arena to increase that ranking, earn more honor, and therefore increase that combat power. Now, right here, I cracked into the top 10, and I will get a new title for that. It's only temporary, and a combat power increase, which is also temporary, but the honor ranks, top left of your screen, those honor ranks give a permanent bonus, and that's why it is important for every player to battle in the arena as much as possible. So first, let's take a look at the list. Top right, hit that refresh button, find that opponent that you want to face. Combat power not being the be-all, end-all. You can beat players with a higher combat power, and you can lose to players with a lower one. Also, look at their classes and know the strengths and weaknesses of the opposing class and your class. Sometimes the tanks can be super hard to beat. The casters a little bit easier, but we will get to that in a moment. Right now, I'm going to select the #2 player on the server who is a full 175,000 higher than me in combat power. Now, kiting. Kiting is going to be the key, and what I mean by that is running around the arena like a big chicken and avoiding the other player's missile bolt, which is going to be automatically casted, and if you can avoid this, here it comes right here, don't get hit by that like I did, that is going to wipe you out. Strongest burst spell in the game right there will annihilate you, but remember, the computer is controlling the opponent's actions and will automatically cast pretty much all of your opponent's abilities in the first 5 to 10 seconds of the battle. Now, the battle lasts 60 seconds. You need to be able to kill your opponent in 60 seconds or you will automatically lose. So there are no draws here. You have 60 seconds, so you can't just run around repeatedly. You need to run around, avoid that first missile bolt, possibly the other spells if it's a caster. When it's a melee DPS like this, you'll notice some of the stuns and the CC abilities are going to be harder to avoid, but it can be done. Now this time, we're going to fight Regan again. We're going to run around like a big chicken again. We're going to get stunned and knocked down, but watch us avoid the missile bolt right here. And as we do, there it goes, corner of the screen. We missed the missile bolt, and now even though we're behind on damage, I am the rogue that has the huge combinations, great stuns, and I'm going to be able to hold off Regan long enough here to eke out the victory. So again, it comes down to kiting and avoiding that missile bolt of your opponent, using your own stuns, your own abilities. Make sure you trade in PvP style abilities in that menu so that you have anything that does crowd control, anything that does a stun or reduces the other player's accuracy in there. And there you go, beating a player 175,000 higher than me in combat power, moving up to #2. Now we're going to go over to refresh, and we're going to try to find the #1 player on the server. And sure enough, and check out this one, Cardell. Now the casters can have a huge advantage when they're on the offensive, when you're doing what I'm doing right here, you're attacking other players. But on the defensive, Cardell is going to be at a big disadvantage because, again, we can usually avoid those spells. Now, this doesn't always work out because, remember, it's Galadon, but I did miss the missile bolt, okay? So I did avoid the missile bolt, and now we're just really using brute force right here. You notice that we had a few thousand more in combat power than the other character does, so we're just going to use the combinations. Check out the damage racking up, those combos, the stuns, getting them off as soon as possible. And just brute force at this point. The #1 player not going to be that high, and that's, again, where you can take advantage of players that are higher ranked than you are when they are at a class that's at a disadvantage, or maybe they just got lucky and they're a lower combat power. There it is. We finally, with the sweeping leg and rogue, whatever that move is there. Looks pretty cool, and we pick up the #1 spot, and that was our very first time. So the first time I had ever hit #1 on the server. Now, a few cool things are going to happen right here. First of all, we get the temporary title. Of course, it's only temporary, as is the combat power boost, but it's a legendary title. Come on, King of the Duel. I mean, that is amazing. Check out the combat power increase right there. We get the rewards. We get all sorts of rewards sent to our mailbox. And again, we're earning those honor points. Top left, I am grade 8. That's what you want to focus on no matter what your level is. You want to try to focus on increasing your grade in honor, because that is going to give you the permanent boosts, the permanent increases to your combat power. Now, of course, there's no way you're going to get to this top 10 or so, or anywhere near it, if you are a free-to-play player. But you guys have to remember that's pretty much to be expected. Think back to Clash of Clans, Clash Royale. Nobody is getting to the top of those global leaderboards as free-to-play players, but you can still be way better than people your level if you use these strategies. So again, remember to refresh that list and look for the opponents that you think you can have an advantage over and kite them, run around, don't be afraid. Nobody's watching to see what you're doing in the arena, and honestly, nobody ever sees if you win or lose until you get a title or you get that additional honor. So right now I've got King of the Duel. It is going to last for probably no longer than about 10 minutes before somebody who's much stronger is going to come in and take me down. So use it to your advantage for now. Unless they change the system, that autocast is a huge disadvantage because those defending players are being controlled by the computer AI. If it does not improve, then you're always going to have that advantage and that ability to beat players that are much higher in combat power than you are. So use those tips, get out there, strengthen your character. Thank you so much for your time, and if you have a little more time, please do pop over and subscribe to the new Lineage 2 Revolution channel. The link is in the description. We will be doing giveaways there as well, live streaming, and of course check out Brobin123 on Twitch for live streams pretty much all day, every day. Thank you guys again for your time. You're the true #Galafam. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Be kind to other people, and I will see you again tomorrow for more full attacks.